The retail investors are actually out and not so much interested in Bitmine anymore. But that could be one of the biggest FOMO waves into Bitmine. All about this and much more in this vlog.
Welcome to the game, I'm the Wolf of Dubai.
Hello and welcome to a new video here on my second channel. If you don't know who I am, my name is Danny and I invested my life savings into Tesla when it was like a $17 company. And if you are a little bit worried about drawdown, then imagine my drawdown when Tesla went from $17 to $6 and I just kept on buying more. That's actually what I do with Bitmine, okay? So the first time we talked about Bitmine here on this channel was at $30. We obviously went more than double and are now back to like only 50%. But I'm buying every single day between like $3,000 to $10,000 worth of Bitmine. I don't care about the pricing. I'm sharing here all because I believe that if there's someone talking every day about a stock or a company, he should also be heavily invested into this company. And this is what I do. This is my style, okay? So if you like that, you should subscribe to both of my YouTube channels and on X as well. And remember that my subscribers, when they watched me for 6 years, they bought apartments and houses, right? And I have one more thing before we getting started. I have my own trading group where we trade for you all automatically with our software that we designed by our own. It took me over $1 million to develop the software. I have a whole trading team that trade for you all automatically, all into your account. We try to average about like 8 to 15% per month. So if you start with $10,000, we should be around like $58,000 at the end of the year. Okay, the first year. So if this is interesting, go and jump on the call with me personally, and I see you obviously then for the call. And now let's have a look into what is happening with Bitmine. Obviously Bitmine and the Ethereum is like in a down spiral. And then it's interesting, okay, like what is actually happening? Okay, so first of all, institutions are keep on buying Ethereum treasury Bitmine share. Okay, this is the reason why Bitmine can now aggressively buy more and more Ethereum. Okay, so that's just showing you, and we will dive into that, which is just showing you that the huge opportunity here is that Bitmine will totally buy up this dip, and this dip is very important. Tom Lee said it very, very often. Like he would love to see those dips because those dips are actually good for accumulating now in a very early stage. Like let's say the following. Let's imagine that Bitmine would just go higher and higher, and it would be now at 150. And you would say like, oh, I wish I would had time to buy even more. Now it's the time. And the same goes for Ethereum. Let's say, you know, Ethereum would go to $8,000 and they had to buy the double amount and get the same Ethereum that they can buy now for 3,500. Okay, so that's essentially the main point, guys. It's very, very early. We are all in Bitmine before it went 10x. Okay, we are very early in this game, very early in this journey. Okay, and I have seen this kind of journey over and over and over again. I saw this in Nvidia, I saw this in Robinhood, I saw this in Palantir, I saw it in Tesla, and I see it now in Bitmine. It's totally normal to have this volatility, and I think that it's very, very important to stay the course. Now let's dive into what I think is very, very interesting with the retail investors and what is going on X, what the people actually are sharing, what they are thinking of. Let's dive in.
See what I really love to do. So I just put in BMNR in X and then I look through the different opinions and different information that are out there, because sometimes we have like an interesting informations, you know, a lot of, let's say, technical analysis as well, right? You know, some people are getting bearish on Tom Lee and Ethereum, right? Then here, this was actually quite interesting because it's showing you two treasury companies, MicroStrategy and BMNR, having their lowest retail interest in a while. There is no one searching these names on Google search anymore. Is this the sign for the price to pump and retail to FOMO back in? Like, this is a fantastic thought. I really like this thought because you can imagine that this thinking shows you that you have to be always contrary, right? So if you think, okay, I need to, you know, see that everything is selling, this is when you buy, okay? If everyone is bearish, you should get bullish. When everybody's talking, you know, bad about the company and you know it's like a high quality name and company, then you just keep buying. Okay, so this is the perfect time where I see everyone, you know, coming back to Bitmine. Imagine now it's the lowest interest in Bitmine. Okay, And now let's say we see 45, 42, and then, you know, Ethereum has one of its biggest runs ever. Okay. What do you think will happen? We will see 100 much faster than you can say Tom Lee. Okay. There's another, here's obviously my videos, follow me on X as well. But here, you know, people say, you know, 45 for Bitmine is absolute insanity. But I think like I really like this, you know, uh, kind of analysis. Okay, you can see here that we had in March 2020 a very similar, let's say, you know, setup, the same dates, right? And you can see here that in Ethereum, obviously 2000 was a totally different game, but I think that what is interesting is that we saw a very similar setup. Okay, so sell off into the March, sell off into the March, then we had the first run, second run, and then essentially you can see here that we have this huge bull flag here. And you can see that actually out of that broken out, we could see all of this potential into year end. Okay, so it's one, the rally, second, the sell-off. This is, you know, the sell-off is, you know, the crypto flash crash that we had. And then we have big room for the big rally in the end of the year. Okay, so that's quite interesting. And then you can see here that people are saying that if Ethereum hits 20K, you do not sell BMNR at 100. 100 is where the real trade begins. The real repricing happens between 180 and 480 when CNBC picks it up, Robinhood unlocks it, TikTok discovers it, City influencers farm engagement on it, and Ethereum treasury trade becomes a trend. You've seen it before, right? So it's quite interesting. I think that this is something that is, you know, that I put also a lot of in my scenarios, right? So I always play around with the NAV and the MNAV, and you know, I mean, like the premium to NAV, I think like 150 should be like, we are now at a 1.21. But I think that here the 3 is something more realistic over the next couple of months. Okay. Remember, the market goes up much more, let's say, than it goes down. So all the kind of negativity that you see actually can be quite positive in the end of the day. Okay, so I really dislike BMNR, BMNU. Okay, yeah. Then there's, you know, here some more technical analysis. If it cannot go up over this red line here, right? You have like this different kind of analysis here as well. You know, and I think that here just in Bitmine, so they keep on buying the Bitmine, obviously, which is very bullish for Bitmine. And this is actually what I said. Like, I think that Tom Lee will just, you know, ignore all the negativity and just keep on buying Ethereum at these levels. I think, you know, I posted it in my other video today, but you can see here we are here in a good level, and now we bounced off, or will bounce off, maybe the 5th time. This will be a strong level to go up from here, right? So yeah, that's it for now. Let's go back to the vlog.
So as you can see, it's very important to follow what are the sentiments on Wall Street. And usually you can do very importantly just to the opposite, okay? If everyone is bearish, you get bullish. If everyone is bullish, you should get bearish, okay? When everybody gets greedy, you get like cautious. If everybody is cautious, you get greedy. That's like the one of the best sayings by Warren Buffett out there. So you can see here that the retail could get back to Bitmine for a huge FOMO rally. So I think this could be very possible towards the end of the year. And you could see one of the biggest, you know, turnaround for stock. And this is by no means a bear market for Bitmine. It's just like accumulation phase. Okay. So if you like this video, stay tuned, follow me, like it. Let me know in the comments where you're watching from and what you do with your Bitmine. And also tune in tomorrow for a brand new video, because the grass is greener on the other side.